It's starting to pick up. It's starting to match the Israeli energy. Unbelievable. All you need is 1 or 2 hours. It's Gemoyerdik. So I'm still on a high. The outpouring of love is unbelievable. The Parshios are basically all taken. They started selling but this is behind the scenes, they started selling the Urios, meaning the per parsha, all the parshas are gone. So now they're telling you there's 7 already, you have to speak to Mark. It's behind the scenes because we're going to put it on soon. The Amudim, half the Amudim are gone at $720 each. By the way, it's chashuv, every person 720 and above, his name gets inscribed on the mantle. These are just some of the names. I'm not going to read all the names now. There's way too many. I think like close to 1,000 people participated already. It's unbelievable. Psukim, words, Erev Shabbos. Mamish, just a few minutes before Shabbos, our good friend Davidovich, Rabbi Davidovici, he took the name of the Sefer Torah for $100,000, and there's somebody, basically the 2 Aron Kodesh at $100,000 each are on hold, and the Kesser, there's like a little bit of a war going on in the Kesser, so we're at $125,000 for the Kesser already. Yeah, we might have to get another Sefer Torah, I think.
Who's got the finger?
What?
Who's got the finger?
What did you buy so far? And I'll tell you.
No, I'd get a finger.
You want a finger?
The fingers.
The yad? It's 30,000.
No, I can't do that.
Well, if we take off the helicopter ride, it's 25.
Who's scalping letters?
You want to do that? It's your job.
I need a letter.
So everybody say, here it goes. We don't do letters. We do a word. $36. We can do it on payments.
I need an alcohol. 8 times.
Oh, if you want your, look at this, the Chumashim, it's unbelievable. Anyway, one of the ideas that Avi Kamiansky had, and he said he'll like share his parsha with somebody else if somebody wants to do a parsha, or you can do the Urias of the parsha, which is going to be coming up soon. So, but one person said, no, I can't do that. I need the parsha myself. So, but Avi's like, hello, Achdus. So we'll see how that works. All right, Beseder. This, it's in Hebrew, no? But I think it's still Geshmak. This is the guy that won the $2,000 prize for status. He doesn't stop. We're starting in the Treifus soon. Mamish in a few days.
גם היה שחיתה בלייב, לא בסרטונים, לא בהמחשות, בלייב, סכין אמיתי,
שחיתה
כבש
לייב.
נראה לי, חבר'ה זה הזמן להצטרף, אוטוטו מתחילים אלו טרייפס, הולך להיות גשמק, כל מה שקשור בתוך חלקי הפנים של הבהמה, הקולשס, אמסס, ריאות ירוקות ואדומות, מטורף מה שהולך להיות.
Oh, that's the place we're going to be, by Rabbi Isai, in 2 weeks.
זה הזמן להצטרף, אבל לא מצטרפים באלו טרייפס, מצטרפים היום שאנחנו בתוך השויכת.
All right, we're jumping right into the sponsors, because I came late today. Official edition of NY Shas. Where's Yossi? Yossi K. Mazel Tov. How was it? Yeah? He ripped up all the cigarettes. I put it in the next, I'll show it tomorrow morning. Tonight in the Hebrew and tomorrow morning. Your little video. Yeah, Gevaldik. Zevinyal Sholof is the Masechta sponsor. Daf Lamed Zayin Shlomo Levinger, in honor of Avi Levinger's first birthday and my Rebbe Avi Oberlander's Zitzal's second yahrzeit. Shlomo Levinger? Maybe. He's part of this year, actually. Yeah, it makes sense. He has a kid that's a year old, young guy. David Salomon, dedicated in memory of Avri Mori, the Masechta, Reb Shmuel Baruch ben Reb Chaim Tzvi Doiv Zichron Levracha, the Apology Family Foundation, gratitude to Consortium and the Alliance and all they do to support MDY. Anonymous, Hatzlacha Baruch Nis Uvegashim, thank you to Chief Benny. Anonymous for complete refuah shlema and arichas yomim to Leah Bas Esther, B'Yom Daniel Rosenfeld, Brios V'Simcha. Monthly sponsor is Simon refuah shlema Avi Miriam Baruch Ben Miriam. Anonymous refuah shlema for Rabbi Yerucham Ben Yehudis and Avram Yishaya Ben Slavet Dvora. Amen. The Spanish year sponsors Mazel Tov to the MDY family and on this incredible Sefer Torah initiative. May Torah keep growing across the world and in Spanish-speaking communities. And I think I mentioned that they're starting a Spanish satellite location in Daled? In Daled. It's going to be unbelievable. I want to go check it out. Shmuel and Ahuva Schuster, in memory of Hayalda Shendel Hertzberg, Olea Shalom. Hashem should have an Aliyah, and her family should have an Achama. Yomi Shoner, learning from Robert Early with gratitude to Hashem for everything. Zev Nevo, Nevo, Adina Liba Bas, Zev Chaim Olea Shalom, a 4-year-old girl who shook up the world with her Petira. It should be a Melis Yoshev Klai Yisrael. Is that the one that was in the car? Left in the car?
Yes.
Wow. Hashem should have an aliyah. The Olam should have an awareness about leaving kids in the car. William and Gail Hachman and family, Boca Raton, commemorating the yahrzeit of our mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Shirley Hachman, Sarah Bas Moishel Shalom Chof Aleph Sivan. Shlafrak family, in memory of Beryl Rubenfeld, Dov Moshe, Ben Binyamin Zichron Levracha on his 5th yard side, and the Shom should have an aliyah. How is he related to you? Wow. By Yitzchak Rashchenbach. And I know it's Reichenbach. I know. Yeah, of course. Yitzchak Reichenbach, thank you, Hashem, for a healthy baby boy. Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov to the grandfather, Reb Chaim Reichenbach, a good friend of mine, and the supporter of the shir, Yishikoyach Gadol. Thank you for a healthy baby boy. Beautiful. Holy Nachas. Eitan Ogerik, in memory of my dear mother, Mora Mimi, Miriam Bas Shmuel Shmelka on her 6th yard side, and Shalom should have an aliyah. MDY Kids sponsor monthly, Kinaveshis Del Siyaz Chus for Hakiv Simcha Ben Feigo, and Rivka Yehudis Bas Yafachayo. MDY Art Month, Rufu Shtema Yonatanei Dem Eveshev Bracha. Did anybody go visit him today on Shabbos? Anybody? Huh? Nobody. Rufu Shlema Mordechai Ben Esther, Rufu Sayele Daniel Zev Ben Esther. Oh, Rufuas Hayela Daniel Zev Ben Ayelet Esther. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? From Elizabeth. Shalom Aleichem.
Just celebrated my Daf anniversary, 2 years.
Daf anniversary, 2 years. Beautiful. Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. Your name? Hapter. From Toronto? Montreal. Shalom Aleichem. How's your brother doing?
Good.
Where is he? Really? He doesn't come visit? Good. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name? Monsi. Shalom Aleichem. What?
I was here last week.
Really? It's all new to me. Gewaldig. Shalom Aleichem. From?
Queens, and I
Live
live
here. Shalom Aleichem. And your name? What's your name?
Eli Bernat.
From?
Teaneck.
Tinek. Shalom Aleichem. Welcome. Who else? I saw you. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name? From?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Ooh, you're saying it like with such enthusiasm. What happened?
His 3 brothers were here last Sunday.
Oh, they're related to you. So that's why you're sitting with him over here. The uncle usually sits back there. Today he's like, l'chvoitcha. Okay. Who else do we have here? Oh, that's right. I said shalom aleichem to you in Perth. What's your name? You did the daf? Every day? Kim, almost. How old are you? 12. Wow. It's very chashuv. It gives people chizuk when they're. Oh, Eitan, your mother's in Shom should have an aliyah. And your name? What's your name? Dia.
Yosef Etlinger, I'm Shimi's father. Dad's father, and the whole family.
Wow. Beautiful. Shkoyach for coming. Where do you guys live? Wow. Givaldik. Yishkoyach. Okay. Rabbi Sai, we're starting a brand new Mishnah on top of Daf Lamed Zayin Omer Aleph. So, only if you didn't hear the shir on Friday, if you have an animal or you didn't learn the daf either, I know you guys, some of you sneak a peek. If you have an animal, a cow, drops dead without shechita, so it gives a lot of tumas nevela. What part of the animal doesn't give tumas nevela? No one. It's a mefurish pasuk in the Torah. There's one part of the animal doesn't give off tumah. Huh? No. The heart. No, I'm just kidding. The chaylev. No, Reb Menachem. Nachon. Yeah, doesn't give tumah. Yeah, but very good. That's at least you got the pasuk. That's the pasuk. If you can do melacha with it, then it doesn't give off tumah. What that the Torah is going to say to a kohen that he can do any melacha with it. Doesn't give off tumah. Okay, zok the Mishnah. Hashoichet is a mesukenes. Mesukenes, and we're going to be talking about this mesukenes. Mesukenes is an animal that's about to die. Guy told me, shoichet, he said, they called him out, they said, listen, this goat just gave birth and she's dying. She's mamish dying, the mother's dying. Quickly do a shechita. Is that okay? He went and he did the shechita. Is that a good shechita? No, yes. No and yes is all a bad answer. It's a bad answer. Both of them are bad answers. What? If she lived after the shechita 12 months, you're right, then it's good. No, I'm talking, I just said you shechted this animal.
They can't live 12 months.
Nobody can live 12 months after the shechted. I don't know anybody besides Reb Zera, maybe, who got shechted and he came back and he lived for more than 12 months. So, nachamal. You shechted, is it good or not good? That's what we're going to learn now in the Mishnah. It depends. Oh, that's a better answer. I got to tell you this Moedik Maisa Shahaya. A guy goes to visit his shviger in the hospital.
Not a Maisa Shahaya.
Very good. And he has a long conversation with the doctor. He comes home, and the wife says, No, what did the doctor say? The doctor said that your mother's going to be healthy, Be'ez Hashem, and she's going to be moving into our place very soon. She's going to be living with us. No, really, is that what the doctor said? Look, he didn't really say that, but what he said is, you should prepare for the worst. Prepare for the worst. Person, this animal's dying any minute. 3 shitas over here. Let's even show it over here. Actually, it's not over here. It's on tomorrow's daf. I put it together. 3 shitas. Shita number 1 is Ashtefarkis biyad uberegel. So, we'll just show you this for a second. Biyad uberegel. The hand, the front, the foreleg, and the hind leg. You need, according to Rabbi, both. Very chumra dikashita. You need both moving. Now, if you're a little sensitive to this kind of stuff, maybe you don't have to look. Bois hayoim. That day that we did the shechita, mamish, it's getting further and further. It's within the week. So here is the actual pirkos. After the animal shechted, here's the pirkos. It is Rav Harav Agoyin, Rav Amitai ben David explaining it.
שנייה, הנה, תראו את הפרקוס. אתם רואים? זה הפרקוס. בבהמה דקה היא צריכה לחופף ולפשוט את היד הקדמית, או רגל אחורית, מספיק או לחופף,
He said either or, because that's the next sheet. That's the final.
עושה את שניהם.
You can even see the tail moving. That's the kishkush.
כן, זה הפרקוס. אתם רואים? יפה.
Did you guys know that Reuven is a shoichet? That's why he's very interested over there with the phone. Those kids are very interested in the picture. Okay, so that's Pirkus. What's the idea? The idea is as follows. If you shecht a mesukenes, you shecht an animal that's about to die, perhaps she didn't make it through the shechita. She died during the shechita. That's not good. You need that there should be a little bit of life towards the end of the shechita, even after we're done with the shechita, a little bit of life. It's enough. In other words, it seems like he's being more makel. You don't need her to move a hand and a foot. It's enough if a spritz of blood comes out of her neck and it hits her neck, basically. It goes all over her neck. Omer Reb Shimon, hashoichet belayla, of a person shechs a mesukenes. At night, now you're not supposed to really shecht at night, unless there's lights, we said. But at night, it's not a good time to shecht. And if this animal is a mesukenes, she's about to die, you shecht at night, how are you going to know if she moved a hand or a foot? And the following day, you find, according to this pshat, we're learning the pshat, ksola means the neck, and you see that the neck is full of blood, and not just like a drip down, it's sprayed everywhere. Ksheira. Then I know that this animal was not a mesukenes, because otherwise she wouldn't have the power to spray the blood out like that. Shezinka, because there was a flow of blood, a strong flow of blood. Ukimi, this Rebbe Eliezer, and the Rebbe Eliezer is the one that said, Dayom zinka, it's enough if there's a spray of blood. That's what Rabbi Amitai ben David said. It's enough, either or. You don't need like the Tanakama or Shimon Gamliel, you need the animal to bend both the hand and the foot, or either or. If it would wag its tail, that's enough. They say in English, make sure the tail doesn't wag the dog. Which means you have to make sure that the tuffle, the things that are not important, they shouldn't be controlling you. Person controls the shtusim, not the shtusim the person. Don't let the phone control you. Don't let certain things control you. Don't let the tail wag the dog. Let me see, I think there's a video here. Oh, the Sukanas. This was more for the Israelis, I guess, but it's in Yana de Yoima, sort of playing on the Yana de Yoima.
The Mexicanos' cows are no longer willing to sit quietly. They are demanding equal shechita conditions to those of the healthy cattle.
We are going to die anyway. Why make it harder for us? Why do healthy cows get to die in peace?
As if things aren't hard enough for us, now they're also demanding move a leg, make a sound, squirt some blood?
Hold on, it's not over.
We are here following the police evacuation. Will you halt the struggle, or will you continue to demand equal shechita for the Mesukanuis?
Thanks to the police, I am no longer a Masukanet. I am a treifa.
Okay. It's not true that we only make fun of Yerushalmis. It's not true. Okay. Echad behema daka, ve'echad behema gasa. Whether it's a small animal, it's a large animal, both of them need pirkus. They need to prove that they had some life at the end of the shechita. But the Mishnah is going to explain what that means. Not every time do you need pirkus. Behema daka shepashta yodav le'yichzira. When you have a small animal like a goat, a sheep, who made her hand go straight, but did not bend it back, psula. The same exact thing, if a behema gasa, a cow, goes like this, that's enough proof that there's life. It's only a small animal, behema daka, shepashta yada. She'eina elo yitzas nefesh bilvad, because moving a hand from a bent position to a straight position, that's normal from when the neshama goes out, but it's not an indication of life. That's only when this animal, we know that she's a dying animal, she's a mesuken. Like our sheep that we had the other day, the Mishnah says it's not necessary. She's a healthy animal. Even if you don't have a simon of pirkos, that's kosher. Says the Gemara, Mesukenes memay desharia. How do we know that an animal that is about to die and you run and you shecht it real quickly before it dies, that's considered a good shechita and it's okay? Ask the Gemara, I love this. You're asking me, how do you know it's okay? How do you know it's aser? It's aser. I was just trying to think of I couldn't come up with a good one. I'm sure there's a better mashal, a better, but the one thing I thought about was the Chazon Ish. Somebody came to the Chazon Ish and said, they just read my a shidduch to my daughter, a great guy, but he comes from a family of Bali Tshuva. So the Chazon Ish says, so? She says, yeah, but we're not Bali Tshuva. She says, why not? Says the Gemara. So I'll tell you why I think it could be aser, and then we're going to have to prove why it's mutter. I'm going to tell you why I think it's aser. It's not really aser, because in fact it is mutter. If you could prove that she had life at the end of the shechita, a little after the shechita, then it's mutter, even if she was a mesukenes. But I'll tell you why I thought it's aser, and therefore I'm going to have to prove why it's mutter. The reason why I think it's aser, this is the alive, not a chaya. You could learn as chaya as like a wild beast, but a chaya. This is the chaya that you can eat. You could also learn it as it has life. And this mesukenes, like that, Talmud Chacham was saying before, 12 months, it doesn't have life. So we're going to try now a few different reasons to tell me that you're allowed to eat a mesukenes. The Torah says don't eat a nevela. Nevela is an animal that died natural death. Only after it dies on its own without a shechita, then you're not allowed to eat it. But if you shechted it and then it died, then it should be okay. Because if in fact an animal who's about to die, and even if you shechted it is aser because of zois achaya, maybe you'll say it's mamish a pasuk, it's achaya. So then why do I need a pasuk for nevela? Even a live animal who's about to die is aser to eat, so certainly a nevela. Says Gemara, you're right. Maybe maybe there's a pasuk that says you're not allowed to eat a mesukenes, and there's a pasuk that says you're not allowed to eat a nevela, but you'd get an extra lab if you eat a mesukenes. If you eat a mesukenes, it's what's the lashon over there? So that's with lav number one, and lav number two is that it's a nevela. Just to be moist of another lav. Says Gemara, the animal dies, and then it's also been nevela. The Torah says kiyamos, then you have an nevela. It had to die. You can't tell me that every mesukenes is a nevela when the Torah says mefurish that the nevela died. Maybe perhaps the nevela and mesukenes are the same thing. Just so then why do I have two psukim? Mechayim basei ula'achar misa belav. It's different. When it's alive, it's not pshat. You get two isur. You get the isur. Yeah, it is two. You get the isur of it being alive. You get a nasei, not a lav. La'achar misa belav. So after it dies, you get the asay, the isur of eating a mesukenes. Plus, I'll add a little bit of a lav of a nevela. So Lamaisa, how do I know that a mesukenes is mutter? Maybe a mesukenes is aser, and in fact it's a isur asay to eat it. Ella, I'm going to try again. Torah tells us don't eat a treifa. Miklad Mesukenes Sharia. Only a treifa you shouldn't eat. What's a treifa? Missing a limb. It has a hole in the heart. Whatever it is, that's a treifa. Miklal seems like Mesukenes Sharia. It's a whole animal, completely good. Just what? It's about to die. If you tell me that a Mesukenes is Aser, if I didn't say this joke in a long time, maybe I should say it, Taka. This guy sees like the Spanish-speaking family around the bed in the hospital. Their father died. So he goes over to them and he says, you know, I was there when he died. I was standing next to his bed and he was screaming something in Spanish. Screaming. So, no, what did he say? He said, I don't speak Spanish. I know the words. He said, ¿Por qué? Whatever he said. So they start, the whole mishpacha was wild. So what did he say? He said, could you get off my oxygen pipe? Shkoyach. When did I say this joke? 6 months. A joke, how many times do you say the same joke every year? What's the halacha? Oh, this guy is hiding. He's a new guy. He's hiding. Shalom Aleichem, what's your name? Why were you hiding me for? Or you weren't? This guy was just taking up too much space. It was on purpose? It was designed like that? Where are you from? Shalom Aleichem. Okay. So from the fact that the Torah says don't eat a treifa, it seems like that Mesukenes, she's only about to die, then it's mutter. Because in fact, even a about to die animal is asur. Nothing's missing from her body. She's just about to die. Imagine this goat that was about to die after childbirth, whatever you call it, birth. How do you? A kid birth, exactly. A kid birth. Nothing's missing from her body. She's dying. So treifa mibaya. This treifa, which by the way, every treifa is a mesukenes betzem. So certainly a treifa should be. So then why does the Torah have to tell me don't eat a treifa if it's already included in a mesukenes? Mesukenes is better off than a treifa, and a mesukenes is aser. Nothing's missing from its body. So certainly a treifa, like we had the picture the other day of the animal that's missing a whole thigh. It's a treifa. Says Gemara, okay, same question that I had before, but then I had a treifa, I had mesukenes. You're right. Maybe treifa is a mesukenes and mesukenes is a treifa. So then why did the Torah give me one pasuk for mesukenes and one pasuk for a treifa? To be over, the mesukenes will yield be over on two things. If the animal's a mesukenes, so you're over on naseh and also loisaseh. If it's only a treifa, you're over on loisaseh. So then why did the Torah say, talk about a nevela? If this is mesukenes, yoiv on a lav asay, lachamisa mebaya. Certainly, after misa, it's mutter. So nevela mesukenes is mutter, and here's your raya that a mesuken is mutter. V'duma hayno nevela hayno treifa hayno mesukenes. Who told you? No, maybe there's something called a nevela, but it's really a nevela and a treifa is the same thing, and mesukenes is the same. All three are the same. So then why does the Torah talk about a treifa? Why does the Torah talk about a nevela? Why does the Torah talk about a mesukenes? To be over on 2 lavin plus 1 asay. That's what this 3 psukim. Okay, so we need a source to tell us that a mesuken is mutter. An animal is about to die, you shecht it, you're okay, provided it does pirkus. So starting all over again. Elo mahacha. It says in the pasuk, v'chelev nevela, v'chelev treifa, yeyasel chol malacha. It says that you're permitted to use the fats of an avela, the fats of a treifa. Also, we saw by the shechita, he showed us all the different fats that are mutter, that are aser. Most of them are aser. Different body parts around the kidneys, around there's fats everywhere. We had that blanket, the nice blanket that's on the bottom of the animal. It's like a beautiful blanket. You put it over the head, the cut part of the head. And here's that pasuk that tells us that you're permitted to do all melacha with this chaylev, meaning it doesn't give off tumah. I'm assuming that we learn from here it doesn't give off tumah because The Torah says the word chaylev twice. Notice, the chaylev nevela, the chaylev of an animal that drops dead. The chaylev treifa, an animal that had an existing problem that we're going to have in just a few days. Elu treifa is what consists of treifa. You're allowed to do any malacha. You should not eat from it. Why does the Torah have to say it again? Why? Here, it says Mefurish in the pasuk over here in Perek Gimel pasuk Yud Zayin. It already says you're not allowed to eat chaylev in the Torah. So why does the Torah repeat itself and shouldn't eat chaylev? It's an extra pasuk. Omra Torah, Yovei Isser Nevela v'Yochel Al Isser Chaylev. There's a famous concept in the Torah called Ein Isser Chalal Isser. You can't have one Isser that goes on top of another Isser. Usually, right? There's exceptions to the rule. But over here, the Torah is telling you that the Isser of Nevela should apply itself on top of the Isser Chaylev. Chaylev comes first. Why does Chaylev come first? Because every animal is born with the Chaylev. And the Torah says that when it dies as a Nevela, I'm going to add another Isser of Nevela on top of the Chaylev. And Yovi Isser Treifa v'Yochel Al Isser Chaylev. And the Isser of Treifa should apply itself to the Isser of Chaylev. Now, there's two ways to learn Treifa. Treifa could either mean an animal who's complete, and we're trying to say that it means even a Mesuken is complete, nothing wrong with it, or a Treifa that we understood up until this point, that means it's missing something. So says the Gemara, if a Mesukenes and a Treifa are one of the same, in other words, it means even the guy on the right, the guy that's not missing anything, everything is fine, he's just about to die, he's on his last breath. So then the Gemara is saying that there's no point of the Torah talking about an Avela. Why? There's a kolchkin here. If an animal is considered a treifa, a mesukin is considered a treifa, even nothing's wrong with it. So just tell me the halacha that you're allowed to do any malacha with nevela, with the chaylev, meaning it's not metama. And then v'chaylev treifa lo yisechlu. And then just tell me another part of the pasuk that the treifa that's mesukun, you can't eat. And I'll know. And when it's alive and it's in the wheelchair, it's about to die, it's considered a treifa. And that isur treifa goes on top of this chaylev. It's all good. You get two isurim. And certainly after it dies. The Torah says about not eating. Don't eat this nevela. The Torah repeated itself. To tell you, to teach you that treifa and mesukin are not the same. Otherwise, you could have learned that of kavachomer. And memela what? Animal that's mesukin, you're allowed to eat. If you shecht it and it moves its hand or its leg after shchita, then you're good. Maybe perhaps it's one of the same. He asked me, why did the Torah have to say it? They can learn kavachomer. No. Perhaps there is an avela in the Torah that has nothing to do with the mesukenes. That what? Yeah? Where's the gistera thing? Check this out. What? Now, why did the saw stop there? I asked Yoshi to stop it there. Why? Because the Gemara says this gistera is an avela. It wasn't sick at all before it died. So the Gemara says, what do you mean it wasn't sick before it died? Because it's considered an avela right away. So the Gemara says, what do you mean it happened right away? But as the saw was going through its body, at this point, let's do it again. In slow motion, it cut it. And at that point, it was very, very sick. And only afterwards, here, at this point, that's a slow motion, yeah? Now it's a gistera. Okay, so that's a gistera. But before it became a gistera, the only way you could cut an animal in half is if you cut it in a quarter. Like you have to go through it, and once you go through it, you just start. You're ready. Made it extremely sick. I'll prove to you again that a mesukin is mutter. Well, again, we're trying the whole day today. We're trying to figure out how do you know that an animal that's about to die, you're allowed to eat it. Why does the Torah say the word chayil twice in the same pasuk? Zui she'in chel b'cholag mibsara. There's a treifa. Only a treifa has two yisurim. And this is the source that tells us that there's something called a mesukenes, and its meat is mutter, and you're not allowed to eat its chaylev. You don't have two yisurim. Another source, macha. Oh, so over here, this is mamash agadata. Seriously. Oh, turning with the daf. He told you to say that? He's sitting right next to you. What happened to you guys?
I was waiting for the two days.
Adar Global Specialist International Financial Services, Chaim Milrad, Lidin Shmasim Mirasi, Fraeto Bas, Yitzchak Galea Shalom. Okay. HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Yecheskel that he should take a brick, lay on his left side, I think it was, for 390 days. Don't move. You can't turn over. No, lay like that. Then lay on your right side for 90 days. I don't remember the exact days. 40 days. 40 days. And then the entire time you have to eat very, very low calories. Very low. Like 200 calories a day or something. Bread made out of gross stuff like beans and stuff, but also the fire has to be on human waste. That's the coals. The coals are human waste. You can imagine, not very geschmack. So Yecheskel tells the Rebbeinu Shloim when he's done with this, he says, "Voimar, I said, Aha Hashem Elokim, Hine nafshi lo metumah. I didn't become tamei." Now the question right away is, what do you mean I didn't become tamei? What's the big? They say in Yiddish, what's the große Glick? Like, what's the big deal? He didn't become tamei. He's a kohen. A kohen is also for him to become tamei. And then we go weiter. Unavelo trefelo yichalti minurai vadato. A lot of us could say, not most. Sometimes you're on a plane, you eat a non-kosher hamburger by mistake, whatever. But most of us could say, no, I'm saying seriously. Like they serve you. You think you're young. I don't know what. You might have eaten treif.
Not 100 meals.
Exactly. For some people, a non-mahadra meal is treif. So, what's that noise? Oh, interesting. I thought it's like sounds coming out of the speakers. I should know the sound already. So, it's Mamash Amida connected me. There was like a beeping of a truck, like a reverse. So somebody in my family got really nervous. What is that? I was like, well, you don't know the trucks go beep beep. So now I get it. I got it back, right, Mamash? Within a few hours. Okay, great. I didn't even eat treif. Again, what's the big glick? He didn't eat treif. You know, I didn't eat any meat that the kohen had a thought that he's going to eat it outside of the time that he's allowed to eat it. Usually a kohen can eat, let's say, 2 days. The kohen thought he's going to eat it in 5 days. Ma'aser, isakaris. I didn't even eat that. No, big deal. No one in this room ever ate pigel. So what does it mean? We have to understand. Oh, he didn't become tamei. Of course he didn't become tamei. The pshat is, I didn't think about things I shouldn't think, so I shouldn't become a balkari at night. So Taisus says over here, isn't that something everybody should be careful with? You're right, you should be careful. But nobody could say that they weren't over on this. These are things that people are nichshal all the time. He says, no, I never had an issue. What does that mean? So that's our halacha right here. I never ate from a mesukenes. Kais means fast, shecht, before it dies. Let's get a shechita here. Like, I don't know who would want to eat from that meat, but, hey, meat is meat. So here you see, so why is he telling the Rebbeinu Shalom, I never ate a mesukenes? The pshat is, because everybody's allowed to eat a mesukenes. If everybody's not allowed to eat a mesukenes, why would he say, I never ate a mesukenes? It's not a chiddush. He's a cheskel. The pshat is, you are allowed to eat a mesukenes, and he was machmer not to eat it. What does it mean I didn't eat pigul? Oh, I didn't eat from an animal that had a shayla. There's a ma'isa with Reb Chatzkel Levenstein that it was in the very, very tough Kufa in Yerushalayim, in the Tzena, there was no food. Everybody had they got a little piece of paper that said you could have X amount of bread, you'd wait in a long line. So he had a chicken that had a shayla, and he sent it to Rav Vosner. And Rav Vosner said the chicken is kosher, but he shouldn't eat it because it's oif shahir b'chacham. It's a chicken that was paskened on. So he sent back to Rav Vosner. He said, how do you know I'm a chacham? Prove to me that I'm a chacham. What's your right that I'm a chacham? That I'm a Talmud chacham, that I should be careful of that. The Talmud chacham should be careful of oif shahir b'chacham. So Rav Vosner understood the matzav. The matzav is not good. So he took his only chicken that he had for Yontiv and he sent it to him. He says, this is a chicken that everybody could eat from. Kula alma could eat from. So I'll tell you the ma'isa. Most of you know, a lot of you know the story, but I have to say the story here. It's Oif Shari B'Chacham, and I didn't say it maybe in a few months. There's a lot of new guys. Few weeks. You know exactly the ma'isa I'm talking about. How could you not know? You're here for 7 years. You heard it 3 times maybe. It's a Mardika ma'isa. I love this ma'isa, so I have to say it over. Sorry. When I was a kid in Bnei Brak, and there's even a video made for it. When I was a kid in Bnei Brak, I was 10, 11 years old maybe, I don't know. My father woke me up. He asked me if I want to get up 4 in the morning to go with him to the shlachtais, to go check out the chickens. So I said, yeah. So he takes me 4 in the morning. Now, why was he checking it? Because he heard that they take these, the boxes of chicken, they toss them off the truck. They're not careful. And if it flies in the air 4 amas, it could, what is it called? When it breaks the bones, in the fula? I don't know if it's in the fula. What is it? Yeah, in the fula. Something, it jars up the innards. So what do? You have to take the chicken and see if it can walk. If it can walk, it's fine. So he's like, I got to go see if these chickens can walk. So he goes, speaks to somebody there. I don't know who was in charge, who wasn't. He said, fine, whatever, go check it out. Now what happened was that at 4 in the morning, chickens sleep. And especially when it's dark, they can't see even, they turn blind. I remember I went into this place with chickens, it was like torch shkia, they literally can't see. You put your hand, they become. So he takes these chickens out, their eyes are closed, he puts them on the ground and they just fall down. He says, you see, I told you, the nefulas, whatever. Finally, this one chicken wakes up and sees where it is and just starts flying around and it was running in between the shoichtim. It was a big mess. Fine. Then he marks 10 chickens. These are my chickens. They all walked. Mamish, they're not nefula. And he makes sure he washes them through the shechita and then they put them on the line. Somehow he figured out which one is his and he came off the line and he took them home. He paid for them and he took them home. Gets home. One of the chickens has a black and blue mark. Big black and blue mark. So he's like, Elio, take this chicken, go ask a shayla by Reb Nisim Karelitz. Ask him if this is a treif or not. What is this black and blue? You never seen it before. So he takes a plastic bag, like from the makolet, puts it in, like the feet are sticking out from the top. The beak pokes a hole in the bottom. You know the hole. Take this, and I'm touching you. Okay. And as I leave the house, Ramad Chanan, Zanonfeld 14, 3rd floor, right across from Lev Levayev's apartment. Lev Levayev, right there. I remember exactly where it was. I'm going down the stairs. He says, listen, ask Reb Nisim Karelitz if this is, after you ask him the shayla, and if he says it's kosher, so ask him, is this a oif shahir b'chacham? So I'm like, what? He says, repeat after me. Oif shahira b'chacham. Oif shahira b'chacham. Oif shahira b'chacham. Say it 10 times. Oif shahira b'chacham. Okay. So I'm walking down Bnei Brak. I'm saying to myself, Oif shahira b'chacham. Oif shahira b'chacham. Oif shahira b'chacham. And then I ask people, where's Reb Nisim Karelitz? He's there. They point. Finally, I get there, wait in line with this thing, and then it's my turn. Come in there, pull out in front of the area. This thing was probably smelled up. It's Bnei Brak, 125 degrees. Pull it out. Abba Shali Shoel, if this is a treifa. So they look at each other. Okay, no, it's fine. Tell them that it's from the machine, from the machine that rips off the feathers. The feathers, it banged it and got a black and blue mark. Oh, then I remembered I have to ask him the question. So, Harav, haim ze chacham shora ba'of? Bekitzer, I called her Nisim Karel. It's a turkey, a chicken. That's what I called him. And he had a little giggle. He says, yes, it's shtusim. It's not even a kasha. Okay, weiter. I was like under bar mitzvah. I don't know, like 11 years old maybe. Zog the Gemara. Oh yeah, we have a video of it. Here it goes. Rabbi says a video. Go to sleep, it might die. It's mamish what it was. You can't get any better. It was indoors. This all happened inside, but okay.
Get over here.
Okay, something like that, almost. Doesn't look like my father, but besides that, everything was very, very accurate. Zog the Gemara. It means even though I'm a kohen and I chaval, we didn't take a picture of the matnes kuna, and I could have given it at least a kohen. I found out at least a kohen that doesn't care. I don't know if there was anybody in the audience that doesn't care to eat that. It could have been people. What? No. According to Sfaradim, it was no good. According to the Ramah, there's a way to make it kosher. Okay. Oh, sorry. So I didn't eat from an animal that I didn't give matanas, even though I'm a kohen. If you say musukenes is mutter to eat and rebusa di cheskel. That's why he was telling the Rebbeinu Shalom, I could have eaten a musukenes and I never ate a musukenes. Eliam says siro, my rebusa di cheskel. But if it's also, so you see from here that musukenes is mutter. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.
Merit the schus of spreading Torah throughout the world. Sponsor a shir today. MDYsponsor.com or sponsor at MDYDaf.com.